What a day, what a day, what a day. It is a long weekend this weekend, 3-day weekend. We have Memorial Day coming up. That's, I'm not going to say exciting because it's actually kind of morbid to say that. But hey, it's going to be a long weekend. Have a little fun out there. I know most of American Legions are doing flags on graves on Sunday. I know my post is, so we'll be heading out to do that. But that's not why you're here. I'm Pocan Joe, and as always, you're pretty cool for swinging by. This is my haul video and just kind of an update on contest and just some cool things going around. As normally, we're going to divide this haul up into things I've already read and things that I have not read. You're going to notice that I'm a little behind on my reading before my official review with the Blaster or Stash It panel, which will be done at Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, this particular time, for a few more weeks, it will be a pre-recording that we're going to be doing in the morning and premiering it that night. Unfortunately, we had to do that because of scheduling conflicts for a temporary time. But don't let that discourage you. I know a couple of us are going to be in the chat room anyway to kind of discuss things with you. Plus, we get to see just how ridiculous we are on the channel overall. Awkward. And I have no coffee for an awkward sip. So let's get into the haul, and then let's chat about all the great things going on out there. So if this video is a little longer, I'm sorry. First, let's talk about the things that I have read. New Agents of Atlantis, number 2. Oh, my Lord. This is about as mundane as it gets. I'm sorry. I'm not getting into this story. I know there's new characters in it. I know they're going a very more different route with the storytelling than the rest of the War of the Realms stuff, but I'm just... I don't know. I'll give it one more issue just because this one was slightly better than the first issue. So I'll give it that. I'll pick up one more. Why not? Next, Avengers. This tie into the War of the Realms as well. This is a great story about Gorilla Ape, and we find out some interesting things. A lot of this is internal monologue. And then we get, of course, a surprise twist at the end. We're going back to the Dracula story in this one, which they did just kind of just leave that out there like that in a very odd way. But in this one, we get a lot of self-doubt. The person knows, or the gorilla, knows that they're not particularly a good person and really don't belong in their situation. And this is proved by the twist ending at the end. If you haven't read this yet, I would definitely put this up at the top of your reading list because, man, I'm going to tear into this one. Blaster or Stash It, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, right here on YouTube, because I liked it. I didn't like it because it was a comic book. I really liked the meta of the entire thing. I thought it was very interesting. And it kind of fits in line with my contest, which if you haven't signed up yet, oh, you need to get that video in. Next, we got War of the Realms Punisher. This is the quintessential example of absolutism. Again, in context of doing it for good, but nevertheless, what's the result of it? People always revolt whenever they feel they're being ruled. And that's what the prisoner is doing this to Punisher. Because let's be honest, Punisher is not a very motivating kind of guy. He's very absolutist in all of his actions. He literally shoots another guy in the head for not doing what he says. And it's ridiculous. And how sick he can actually get to bring out the enemy. He actually wounds a bad guy. Now, this is weird because he's an ex-Marine, military, so therefore there are rules in war, believe it or not. There's a whole thing of rules and engagements by themselves, and everything he's doing in here is legitimately not allowed in war. But I'm not going to hang up on the superfluities of our boy Frank here and this combat situation. It's definitely unique, but I'm enjoying the story for its straight savagery. I think that's why I really like it. Moving on, War of the Realms. Again, we go into this journey into mystery, and this is a garbage story. But in this particular issue, I kind of liked it because they really gave some really awesome shout-outs to some great Golden Age Western comic book heroes. Right there on the front, Phantom Rider, some would say. It's even the first Ghost Rider, but his name is actually Phantom Rider. Two Gun Kid, the Apache Kid. They just got a little bit of everything going on in this, and it almost kind of reads like a Scooby-Doo mystery to some degree. I think they even made they made a reference to that in here. It was kind of funny. but I'm not particularly interested in this team. Unless there's some kind of cool homage thing going on with it, I'll probably be dropping the next issue of this. Moving on to Strike Force, Land of the Giants. This is, again, another War of the Realms. What they're doing with this is they're kind of telling all the other stories that kind of happened around the main line. Because when you're reading the main line story, it kind of, all of a sudden Steve Rogers and that team's back. They don't really tell us what happened there. So they're kind of going over, this is a sad story. But we get a lot of introspect from Spider-Man and in this particular issue, and how much of kind of a caring guy he really kind of is. It kind of made sense for him to be part of the team that Thor put him in charge of with the League of the Realms. We kind of get the reason why for that in here, and we get savagery in this too. Everybody's losing their mind, dropping bodies left and right. Good stuff. Uncanny X-Men, War of the Realms tie-in too. Yeah, no. I don't know why they keep trying to do this, but this is just another... It's just not very well written. I'll be honest with you. I read through this, and I was just like, I'm kind of missing the mark here. So much cool stuff could happen, and they just avoided it for over-pontificated dialogue of just most random... Again, it just was not interesting. That's all I really got for it. It almost put me to sleep while I was reading it. And I'll read just about anything. Keep that in mind. We got Venom number 14. Man, if you didn't get that cover, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you missed out. First off, that is a bad cover. No, Carnage isn't in it, but the artwork and the styling of it is just beautiful. The art on the inside is great, too. And we get a lot of introspect about how different the suit that Venom is wearing in this particular issue. It's not a symbiote, right? It's this wishing stone type of thing. And it actually morphed into more like an Asgardian armor in this as well. We find out that Eddie Brock has taken on the role of a father in this. And he's, by whatever means, of protecting the child. And how far he'll go to do that. We're getting a lot of that in this now. So now he's kind of changed his mannerisms instead of being the cool old brother into actually being a father at this point. Going a little above and beyond. And also, I'll be honest, I was never a fan of Jack-o'-lantern as a character overall in comic books. But, dude, he is kind of kick-ass in this one. Definitely enjoyed this story. Moving on, as Guardians of the Galaxy, again, I'm not a huge Battle Lines fan, like I'm not a fanboy for him, but man, how can you pass that? Oh, that is just awesome. The only thing I don't like is when you put it in a bag and board and you forget the title of it, because none of them have anything to do usually with characters in the actual comic book. So that was kind of weird. I think I'm losing my interest in this story. I think that's on it. I think it's done run its course for me. We're getting a lot more of people's feelings are important and love and romance. And it's not a romantic story, but we're getting a lot of that. It really just drags the story on. You just want to see some action. You want to laugh. I don't care about people's relationships and things along those lines. It's not really my thing. But we did get the last Valkyrie's death in this, and that may end up being very important later. And then we kind of get this trade-off at the end. Again, it's still kind of early. It's only Friday. I don't want to spoil it too much for you. But be advised, I will do it on Blaster Stash at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube Sunday night. All right, so that's all I read, right? So let me show you what else I got. We'll run down this real quick. Let's see here. I had to get the Goon 2. I had to order that because I could not get it in a comic book shop, or this particular cover, I should say. And I like Goon, so I definitely got that. Heard great things about it. Can't wait to read that. I have been a huge fan of this book, The Warning, since it first came out. I love it. It's an easy read, beautiful artwork, not a lot of heavy dialogue in it. Its pictures tell the story, and I really, really enjoy that. I got this Radical Rearranged Rowan Ragdolls. Say that 5 times fast. What is up with that title? So why I hear it's kind of like a I don't want to say a ripoff, but an homage, I guess would be the correct way to say it, of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think Catran already did a review of this book, so definitely go over and that's Catran Figures. Definitely go over and check that out. Detective Comics number 1004. Well, let's find out what's going on in this. Oh, actually, I did read this. I read this one. I'm sorry, I lied to you all. I apologize. We get more information about this particular, what are they calling herself? The character. The girl. What's the girl's name? Astro or whatever? Whatever she is. The antagonist in the story. Apparently she grew up in Arkham Asylum. Now, first off, I have to throw some criticism out on that one. Why? So mom dies, right? Has kid. Villains take care of the kid. Not buying it. And then dad pretty much raises the girl in an insane asylum for criminals. First off, bad parenting. But horrible parenting. That's no. But then, of course, she's insane, and she has insane friends now. So, I mean, reap what you sow, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of an odd read. Moving on, Justice League Dark. Have not read these yet. Like I said, some of them that got mixed up. I've been enjoying this series. I've really been enjoying the variant covers. Obviously, I did not get the variant cover this time because words and feels, and somebody got ahead of me. So we'll see where that will take us. Dial H for Hero. This is the deciding factor if I continue on with this series anymore or not right here. Because the last issue was kind of at best. And now I'm just kind of, not like, it's at the bottom of the stack when it comes to reading. As far as things I have to get done before Sunday. Moving on, Freedom Fighters. Man, love me some Freedom Fighters, and this has just been an epic comic book story. I don't understand why people are not just flocking to get this. It has just been epically awesome. You got some nostalgia thrown in there, a little patriotism. You got everybody's talking about punching Nazis, and protest and everything. They're literally doing that in this book. It's good stuff. Check it out. Next, we got, what is it, Superman? No, Action Comics, number 1011. They left me off on a pretty good cliffhanger last time, so I'm kind of looking forward to this one, but Bendis, with him, it's hit or miss. He doesn't do just like one filler issue in between two issues. Now he's got to do like 5. So, hope... kind of hazy about that one. We'll see what happens. But with Leviathan becoming a thing in this particular run, well, I don't know, that's DC's big thing this year, so let's see what happens. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I just love the quirkiness of her. Yeah, that's it. The quirkiness. Well, let's see, moving on. Assassination. This is a good read. If you're a fan of movies like Smoking Aces, Lock, Stock, Smoking Barrels, or even Snatch, this is right up your alley with all the various characters and things going on it, the dialogue and the wittiness of the entire thing. This is a good thing. Definitely a good read. Man, who's not reading Middle West? And the way they left off the last issue, this is going to be a huge thing. And this is number 7. And last but not least, I don't know why I did it. I saw it. So yeah, I got the naughty version of Faithless as well. And if you remember, I was not a big fan of the book to begin with. I'm not really interested in it. But there it was. And like all comic book collectors, you don't want to be the guy that misses out. So I'm going to throw my money away. So yeah, I did. So what else is going on? Hey, if you haven't noticed, I've been putting up more and more videos from the Tidewater Comic Con. Sorry I haven't gotten those out fast enough for everybody. I've just been really tied up with work and everything else. But thank you for checking those out. Also, talking about videos you need to check out, Bear Island Comics did a huge shout out for me a couple of days ago in one of his videos, my awkward sip thing. I gotta be honest, he does a great job in the editing and timing of his videos. I really appreciate the shout out. Thank you very much. That was really cool. Update on comic contest, right? The villains contest. Link down below if you don't know what I'm talking about. So basically, in a nutshell, I want to know what kind of villain you relate with. And it can't be because of good reasons, like they did something good. I want to know the itsy bitsy dirty pieces about you. Right? Comic Altruism did a great video on it. Link's going to be down below. I thought it was really great. Also, Jaguar, a new subscriber, kind of talked about himself being the villain in it because he's not going to like and subscribe to my channel, and he did the ha thing. I thought that was hilarious. Another person that officially entered was Joshua. Now, I'm sorry if I mess up your last name, but I'm just going to go by the way it spells. Routley? We'll just call you Josh. All right, Joshua just submitted a comment on his about how he's a little bit Mr. Freeze and a little bit Thanos, and I really liked what he wrote that in. That was really great. That's the update as of thus far. So yeah, get involved in that contest. Baby, we got some good prizes for you out there. I'm not even kidding you. Let me take a quick look at my notes. Oh, also, link down description. Spectacular Spider Grandpa is running a 500 sub contest. If you don't know who Spectacular Spider Grandpa is, first off, how did you even find this channel? Because, like, he's my buddy. Right? If you don't know, Spectacular Spider Grandpa is one of those guys who does the videos, does the hauls, really involved in the comic book community and Funko Pops as well. And for him to hit 500 was just a great thing to be able to see. He's a good friend of mine. We're probably going to go have dinner with him later tonight, as a matter of fact, and have some celebratory libations, if you will. So yeah, he's got a contest that's running around now, and I really like it. It's so much simpler than anything that I do. I promise you that. Also, on a kind of a weird note, Spectacular Spider Grandpa has also encouraged other people to get involved in YouTube. I know he was one of the people that encouraged Catran Figures. He encouraged me. I know he's talked to other people about it. He's that guy that gives you that motivating voice of just throw yourself out there and do it. And that's a huge deal. You know, it's hard to, because everybody always wants to talk about the problems and the algorithms and everything else. He's just a straight up get out there and do it kind of guy. That's always made him really cool. So definitely swing by and check out his 500 sub contest. Link's going to be down below. Help support it if you can. Really, you're just holding up some comic books. You know you got them. And you probably have the ones that he's particularly looking for. And genuinely, I think he just wants to see cool covers. So definitely try to swing by and do that if you can. As a matter of fact, if it's a choice between my contest and his, I would probably go with his, to be honest, because mine's because I'm a jerk. Him is because he's really just a genuinely great guy. So definitely check that out. Hey guys, hopefully I'll see you on Blaster Stash at Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will do my best to be in the room. I'm sure I won't have a problem being in the room, but remember it will be pre-recorded. But we'll be in the chat with you if you have any questions or anything like that. Guys, I got to get out of here. It's Friday. It's Memorial Day weekend. Daddy needs his medicine. What can I say? I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.